get why people are worried about a possible recession, and I'm pretty sure we haven't seen the last of these inversions. Our bond yields are much higher than what you can get in Europe. So foreign money should and will keep pouring into U.S. Treasuries. If the Germans don't do something to stimulate their economy and therefore save their banks, and the Chinese remain ineffectual in their attempts to offset the impact of the tariffs, we could see yet another inverted yield curve fueled sell-off, and all those negative people will come on air again and tell you, I told you so. They bore me. But let's dig into what triggered this rally, which crucially, by the way, began before the inversion ended. First, you always hear people yapping that corporate earnings will be disappointing. It's like, oh, they're going to be disappointed. They're going to be up 6 instead of 7. They're going to be up 8. 9. Who are these people? Who would say that? Yeah, and the Niners are going to be 12. And 6. I mean, come on. Because of some top-down macro data, these guys arrive at conclusions that I think are, let's say, fatuous. You need to take the whole analysis with a carton of salt. Some of the earnings have been pretty darn good, people. I look at that beautiful Walmart quarter with 2.8% same-store sales growth, much better than expected, and I feel pretty confident. Sometimes I feel more confident than Doug McMillon, who's always quite silent about things. Maybe he ought to speak up a little more about how well he's doing. I guess Walmart shoppers didn't get the memo about the 10s and the 2s. They are taking their financing money, the refinancing money that you get because the refis are so low, and use it to decorating their houses. And they're renovating like mad. They're buying new homes. Second, semiconductors investors, they've been betting. The investors have been betting on a turnaround, but they gave up on the group. 10 days ago, they gave up on the group. And that was based on worries about a cell phone slowdown and a decision by the Chinese to buy local, both of which may even be true. Therefore, the semis were all supposed to be roadkill. Well, it looks like no one told NVIDIA, which reported a monster earnings beat last week, that it was supposed to be roadkill. What's driving the strength there? Look, do you remember when we visited NVIDIA, one of my favorite times that ever since I've done the show? We visited them. We saw the future, a graphics processor that would make video games look far more lifelike. The technology is called ray tracing, and it's just starting to kick in. We saw chips to simulate self-driving cars, something that needs to happen if Lyft and Uber are ever going to make money, though I have to tell you, the Lyft stock acts pretty well today, given the fact that the lockup expired. We learned that Volvo is actively engaged with them. Uber uses Volvos. We learned that when we went to the Uber factory floor. We saw NVIDIA's data center chips, and we're told that while there was a pause in spending, it would end soon. Apparently it has. Finally, we saw chips that were learning to make inferences, no longer taking our language literally. This I love. For instance, when you say, oh, go jump in a lake, well, your computer goes to Google Maps and looks up the nearest body of water. But a computer powered by NVIDIA's new inference technology would know that you're just angry. Yep, conversational artificial intelligence is coming. Everything that moves will be autonomous. Every major industry is incorporating AI, from healthcare to finance to manufacturing, transportation. These are secular trends, and they won't be stopped. Even if Fed Chief Jay Powell makes a disturbing speech from Jackson Hole this Friday, he should just go fishing. The blowout NVIDIA numbers were reminiscent of the old days. I wax positively over those old days. Remember, those were the days when my dog Everest got renamed NVIDIA and now answers to that name, provided you have a fistful of roast beef. Or CBD gummies. Hey, listen, he's got arthritis. What can I do? Regular viewers know I'm a huge believer in NVIDIA, the company, and its CEO, Jensen Huang. But I had no idea this stock would have enough pin action to move the entire group of semiconductors. The roar of Texas Instruments, AMD, NXP Semi, Broadcom, so many others drowned out the drumbeat of the 30-year running amok. No one told Jensen that his products were dead unless the Fed aggressively cut rates multiple times to stave off a recession. Perhaps the demand is there regardless.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.